No, video camera.
Go ahead and open it for questions.
How does it feel to get going?
I'm excited. I'm feeling good right now. It's actually gonna be my first spring since I've been here. Lord willing, I stay healthy and all that good stuff. But I'm just looking forward to it.
Obviously, different expectations from a year ago.
Right.
I think last year was more of a let's see where we're at. This year, is it more of trying to prove who you are?
When you say who, you mean
The
us
team,
as a team?
the team as a whole.
Yeah, definitely. I think the expectations are set by us, though. I think a lot of people can have expectations for us, but I think us as a team, we set our own expectations. So obviously last year we wanted to win the national championship, and we felt like we had the pieces to do it. Just fell a little short. If we had, a different 2 plays, 3 plays, what could have changed our season. So we're definitely just looking forward to it. We're excited about all the expectations, and we're embracing it instead of being afraid of it.
Obviously, there's still ways to go before the season. What, over the next 4 weeks or the next month, is the goal for you guys?
I think this is extremely important for everybody, us as a team, just to kind of see where we're at. Obviously, this is a different team now. We're not going to be the same that, we had Christian, we're losing Rodney Hudson, Kendall Smith, Mr. Alexander, all those guys. So we're missing some great pieces, but I think we're reloading at the same time. We have the #1 recruiting class, a lot of great players coming back this year, so we're looking forward to it. That's all I can say, man. We're just excited.
Well, I know everybody gets excited.
Right.
The fans, just seeing the recruiting class, what happened in the Chick-fil-A Bowl.
Yes, sir.
How excited does that get you guys for the season?
It pumps us up. You always want to leave your last game with a good taste in your mouth. Beating South Carolina, SEC team that everybody says was going to be more powerful, bigger, and faster than us. I think we showed different in the game. We executed a little better than those guys, and we happened to win the game. So, it left us a great taste in our mouth going into the off season.
How about you personally, over the next 4 weeks? I know now it's your chance.
Yeah, definitely. This is pretty much a very important, growth phase for me. I think this is going to change my play as a quarterback immensely. Coach Fisher and Coach Craig are going to have a month pretty much to, do whatever they want with me, train my eyes, get me exactly how they want me to be as a quarterback. And I think that's only going to help me transform into the player that I need to be and to be the best leader and the quarterback for this team.
How much did playing in a game like the Chick-fil-A Bowl help you grow going into this season? Do you think that was a big stepping stone for you?
I do. I think playing in all the games I played in has been a big stepping stone to me. I think every game I've gotten better. Personally, I felt that way. And, just playing in a high-pressure type game, high-pressure type situation, anytime you play here, it's a big game. Always the next game is the next big game. So you definitely want to be a part of that. But just having the opportunity to go out there and play and then winning the game, secondly, was huge. I couldn't ask for anything, better, and then it being, December 31st going into New Year's, so it just left us a good taste in our mouth.
EJ, this is your first chance really addressing standing up there as a starting quarterback
Right.
at Florida State. I'm curious how that feels.
It's new. It's definitely different. I guess just doing small things like this, I've always kind of had some leadership roles on this team. Obviously, Christian was a starting quarterback, but this is different. Getting used to things like this is going to be good for me.
Has it felt, the last 2-3 months, have you thought about this? You think about what you say on days like this?
Not really. Curran told me about this not too long ago, but I kind of speak from the heart whenever I talk to anybody. So I try not to have a list of things I want to talk about when I come into things like this. So just speak from the heart.
People look at you, talk to you differently now?
Not too much, and if they do, I can't tell. I don't really pay attention to a lot of that. I'm a personable type of guy anyway, so I don't think people would treat me a little. They might. I don't know. I don't think people would treat me too different though.
A lot of the players that I've spoken with have said that they can tell that this is your team now. What specific things have you done to sort of take an ownership of it, just the offense or the entire team?
I think just small things of not necessarily telling guys what to do, but telling guys what we need to do. And I think taking a lot of the young guys. Not necessarily under my wing, but getting other guys that are my age, like Terrence Parks, Nigel Bradham, big-time leaders on our team, telling those guys that, okay, you need to talk to your guys, make sure they're here when they need to be, or, just tell them small things, give them pointers so they're successful, in the program. I think, we've been watching film with the receivers now. That's something that we kind of just started doing. It only takes 30 minutes to 45 minutes just to do, but I think it's going to help us in our passing game a lot.
We just talked to Bert, and he said something interesting about, he said people may not know how much of a competitor you are, even maybe more so than Christian was,
Right.
and you may sometimes play with a chip on your shoulder. Just talk about that a little bit, because you seem kind of mild-mannered. We wouldn't think that about you.
Yeah, I think a lot of guys kind of get that from me. You know, I'm a real laid-back guy. You know, I'm just talking to people not on the football field. But I think a lot of people say that about Coach Fisher. You know, he's the nicest guy when you're over here, but when you're inside those lines, he's a whole different person. And I think that's what everybody should be. You know, you're not always on the football field. You shouldn't walk around with a frown on your face. But definitely when you're out there to battle. And I think I've always had a competitive nature about myself. Kind of comes from where I come from. You know, there's a lot of great athletes where I've come from. And if you want to be the best, you got to play against the best.
With your